Dead Space's architecture hates you. It hates that you live, it hates that you breathe, it hates that you exist. It wants to chew you up and spit you out until there is nothing left but your bones and its teeth, and your insides are slurry and spreading out in blurry pools against the darkness of space. You are nothing to this game's universe. You are a piece of meat fit only for consumption, to be ground into paste until every shred of your being has been used up. Be it the machinery of industry or cosmic forces beyond humanity's understanding, the systems that exist within this bleak world seek to destroy you at every turn. They are waiting. They are hungry. The USG Ishimura, the primary setting of the game, is a death trap that is actively disintegrating around you. It is a creaking, rusting tomb of a ship, the oldest of the planet crackers. Massive ships designed to cut open sections of entire planets to mine for precious resources. Humanity in this dire future has developed faster than light travel, but consume far more than they can produce, so we're resolved to finding dead or dying worlds to strip mine until there is nothing left but barren rock. The machinery of human industry dwarfs the working man. The mining hardware is a workplace accident waiting to happen, deliberately resembling destructive science fiction weaponry more fit for space marines than a humble mining engineer. The massive cargo holds and engine rooms of the ship turn the player character into an ant scurrying about the ruined gears and bloodied metal of this decaying vessel. Even as you repair the destruction caused by the game's various disasters, the environment itself vies to end your life. Spinning turbines, the air itself sucked away into deep space, the odd electrical wire, it doesn't matter. You are the bug in this mechanism, and the machine wants you gone. The universe of Dead Space is a grim one. It is a cold, dead, empty place where mankind is spilling over the edge and falling swiftly into oblivion. It's a universe that cares little for a species that cannot contend with rampant overpopulation and resource drain, forcing us into the uncaring stars for planets to plunder. There are more humans than we know what to do with, and many are forced into terrible environments and soul-crushing labor like the Ishimura or worse. This is where Unitology fills the void for many. It is a religion that has come to dominate the collective minds of humanity in this future. It is based around worship of the Marker, an alien artifact discovered on Earth hundreds of years before the start of the game. The faith's exact doctrine is vague, but with details that are known present a highly secretive organization that breeds and seemingly encourages fanaticism within its ranks. Its zealous followers whisper of convergence, a rapture of sorts that will unite all of humanity into a harmonious whole, freeing everyone across the galaxy from pain and sadness. The followers of Unitology are so committed to this vision of a more perfect union of man that they cannot see they are being manipulated. Their faith is a lie. Their religion is a sham, secretly a creation of agents of their sworn enemies, EarthGov. The Marker itself is alive and malevolent and serves an unknowable purpose. Their central figure of worship, a scientist named Michael Altman, was the first to discover the Marker's danger to humanity, but was murdered and canonized as a saint and martyr. The Unitologists believe themselves to be serving a divine purpose, that their mission means a greater future for humanity. But they and their entire religion has been a carefully constructed ruse, a machine if you will, that compels the zealots to sacrifice themselves and their loved ones to become martyrs to achieve resurrection. Only their resurrection isn't so divine. The final stage of these systems are the monstrous enemies of the game, the Necromorphs. They are the dead brought back to unlife by the Marker, products of the alien artifact's abominable machinations. They were all human at one point. They were fanatics, spare clone bodies, humble employees just performing their duties. But the Marker invaded their minds, changed them from the inside out. It used their personal baggage and loved ones against them, compelling them into violence, which resulted in madness and death. And before their bodies were cold, their bones and tendons would be reshaped into disgusting forms, recognizably human but nightmarishly twisted. Despite resembling the traditional idea of a zombie, they are far more than the typical shambling undead. They can survive in virtually any environment, as if their creators intended them to function in the cold void of space. They are motivated only to kill and spread their plague further, animalistic in their methods but purposeful in their mission. And they cannot be stopped unless they are literally chopped to pieces, but even that won't stop them because their biomass can be reclaimed to create more misshapen sculptures of flesh and bone. They are all that remains of the crew of the Ishimura. They are also the result of convergence, the ultimate collective immortality the Church of Unitology so desperately searches for. The Necromorph plague is literally a machine fed by human life. It is a system that robs people of their lives and their minds. They are grotesque, mindless animals robbed of their humanity to serve a purpose they never desired or understand. Then again, they can understand. The Marker's makers won't let them. They simply do what they're told, like good obedient drones. The infestation is no different from the dire system of consumption humanity has trapped itself within. from the self-destructive religion that is actively driving humanity into the jaws of awaiting oblivion. The Necromorphs are the endpoint of a cosmic food chain, the destiny of mankind that cannot see just how far it has fallen until it is too late. We are enslaved to our machinery that we've constructed and allowed to be constructed around ourselves, and it can't wait to reap the harvest. Dead Space paints a bloody, slime-filled portrait of a grim future where humanity has lost its way and has allowed their lives to be run by ineffable constructions that funnel its denizens onto designated paths that ultimately lead to death and destruction. We cannot see the strings that puppet us because we have been trained not to see. It is inconvenient to struggle against the monolithic structures that determine our lives, so we give ourselves over to the system and doom ourselves in the process. Its setting is a brilliantly cohesive study in dehumanization, be it figurative or literal. It is a world in which human life is worthless and open for consumption. The dismembered bodies of the crew are the twisted pieces of necromorphs that litter the ship hulls, more than see to that. It is a true masterwork of cosmic horror and atmosphere, dropping you into this hellish future and forcing you to fight for your life while everything imaginable wants you dead. Be it the failing machinery of the Ishimura, the madness of the Unitologists, or the endless hunger of the necromorphs. You are but one man against the horrors of this universe. By all accounts, you are less than nothing to these systems of death and insanity. The world of Dead Space is broken and beyond saving. It can only consume, and it plans to take all of humanity with it. But you are an engineer. And engineers are intimately familiar with machines. So why not throw a wrench into the works?